Hello there you guys, welcome to another one of my live videos, and today I'm just going to be officially updating you on some more current latest. We've just recently been on not too long ago. This is currently my third video today, as I currently said. So as I always do say, if you do consider drop your likes, and if you do consider subscribe to the channel as always. So as I did say, I'm going to be doing a Manchester United versus Liverpool preview later on in the week, but I'm going to have a bit of negotiation, building up to the game on Sunday, because we know it's a massive game, as I currently said. Because obviously from my our perspective as Manchester United, obviously looking to get that top four so we can secure Champions League football for next season, and we also went for the head of the summer so we can attract players interest as well. Obviously from Liverpool's point of view, obviously they're going for the league title this season, as we all currently know. I do think Liverpool have got a few injury problems. I think Chamberlain's still injured. I think Joe Gomez is injured. I think Shaqiri's got an injury as well, as it does currently mentioned on one of my football laps, as I currently said. But obviously it's always the biggest game in English football, is Manchester United and Liverpool. Obviously the two most successful clubs historically in English football, as I currently said. But it's going to be a very, very interesting game. But I have the belief and I have the confidence that we can get victory over Liverpool Trafford on Sunday, because mainly, we've got a very, very good record against Liverpool, believe it or not, as I currently said, we've got mainly a good record against them, especially at home. We haven't lost to Liverpool at Old Trafford in the league since 2014. So last time we lost to them in the league at home was back in the David Moyes era, and that was, 5 years ago now, or something like that. As a start, I'm going to update you on Manchester United have won we have won our last 7 league home games against Liverpool. Liverpool obviously did beat us earlier on in the season by 3 goals to 1 at Anfield. Obviously that was Jose Mourinho tenure after that game over as Manchester United manager. So basically that was Jose Mourinho's last game as Manchester United manager. Liverpool have not done the league double over us since the 2013-14 season, as I currently said. But it's always the biggest game in English football, as I currently said, because Liverpool are obviously going for the league. We're going for the top four, as I currently said. So I do have belief that Solsjaker can definitely wreck Liverpool without a shadow of a doubt. But this season, they've played really, really good football of Liverpool. They have got good players of Liverpool. If I'm going to be quite honest with you, they've got really, really good players. Because obviously Klopp's invested in the last couple of seasons, as I said, and obviously he hasn't got that winning pedigree. He hasn't got a really great winning pedigree, Jurgen Klopp. He's obviously got a different philosophy, because he only won a couple of titles, when he was at Russia. But since he's been at Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp has currently not won out, as I currently said. I don't think Liverpool have won a major honour, since 2006, to be quite, since 2006. They haven't won the Premier League since they got named in 92-93, so basically they've never won it. Overall, they haven't won it for 28 years, as we all know, as it does stand Manchester United on 20 titles. Liverpool are currently on 18, because obviously they won all the old first divisions, as I currently said. But in his fixture last season, Manchester United-Liverpool, Manchester United I think won the fixture last season by 2 goals to 1. I think in that game, Marcus Rashford scored twice in that game as well. I think it was 0-0 the Anfield game last season. Obviously it was 3-1 earlier on in the season as well. But we've got a good record over Liverpool, because in the Louis van Gaal era, I do think we beat Liverpool 4 times, didn't we? There was one game where Rooney scored a late goal. There was one game we won 3-1. Anthony Martial, of course, scoring on his debut. I think he came off the bench in that game. There was one game, was it 2-1 United, when Mata had scored both goals as well. He scored a fantastic, bicycle kicker, did Juan Mata. And I think we did beat them 3-0 as well. So we did basically beat them 4 times under Louis van Gaal. We did beat them under David Moyes in the League Cup as well, by 1 goal to 0. So mainly, we have got a good record against them. They really struggled to win at Old Trafford, where the Liverpool, as I currently said. But as I did say, as the table stands at the moment, obviously Liverpool are sitting second, as we all know. So if they are to win on Sunday, obviously they'll go top. They'll go back top, by 3 points. Because City, Liverpool have got a game in hand over City, because obviously City playing the Carabao Cup final against Chelsea on Sunday. So I think potentially, I'm confident that Manchester United, can get the win without a shadow of a doubt. They've got injury concerns. We know that Martial and Jesse Lingard are obviously out for injury, so they are going to miss the game on Sunday, as I currently said. But it's the biggest game in English football. Is this, as I currently said, the two most successful clubs in English football, Manchester United and Liverpool, without a shadow of a doubt. And it's going to be interesting to see. This is Solskjaer versus Jurgen Klopp, as I currently said. But Jurgen Klopp, doesn't have that winning project, like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer does in terms of silverware and all that. Jurgen Klopp doesn't have that winning project, like Pep Guardiola does at Manchester City, because Pep Guardiola has won numerous trophies as a Manchester City, as manager all in all, his all managerial career, he's won loads of trophies, he won loads and loads of trophies as a player as well, did Guardiola, so he has got a really, really good background as Pep Guardiola, as we all currently know, winning trophies. He won trophies as a player, he's won trophies as a manager. He won the Premier League and League Cup, where Manchester City last season as well. Did Guardiola, he's broken records as well, got City to 100 points last season as well. So Jurgen Klopp he's nowhere near on the same level as Guardiola, and he doesn't have that winning project, where like Guardiola does Jurgen Klopp. As I said, I think he's a good manager, Jurgen Klopp. He's got Liverpool playing in the right vein, and he has got them playing that attacking football, as I said. And Liverpool have invested in the last couple of seasons because they did address their defensive deficiencies with the signing of Virgil van Dijk, 75 million. Obviously, he's the most expensive signing in world football at the moment. Well, most expensive defender in world football, should I say. They've got Salah. I think Salah, Firmino, Mane, a great attacking trio for Liverpool. Shaqiri's been in good form for them this season as well. They have got good players. They've got Wijnaldum, who's good. But Liverpool have got very, very good players indeed. But I'm very, very confident, that Manchester United can win this game on Sunday, because we've been in really, really good form under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, as I said. Since he's come in, United, we've been scoring more goals. You can see the consistency, the spirit levels are high in the team. The team's motivated. Solskjaer's got us this team motivated. We're playing as a unit. We're getting more bodies forward. I think the front men are interchanging well, and I can see as well our front men are no longer isolated. Full back. We've got defenders now that are willing to play out from the back. We've got good ball playing midfielders as well, and we have got that quality in our team. To definitely get past Liverpool. I know Martial and Lingard aren't playing, but we've still got the likes of Lukaku. We've still got the likes of Rashford, as I said. Lukaku can play well when he does get them opportunities, as I did say. So he can, he kind of chase them channels. Of course, we've got Paul Pogba as well. Paul Pogba is on another level now, since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's come in. But I've been very, very impressed with Paul Pogba. His performances have been good since Solskjaer's coming. He's been playing them delicate passes through. He's been giving good service, to the front men. I think his finishing's been good as well. He's been providing as well, and he's showing that determination, that he does want to play under this manager, Paul Pogba, as I said. And, we're starting to see the best of him now, since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's coming, Paul Pogba. So he's going to be definitely a threat, to Liverpool's, defence as well on Sunday, Paul Pogba, because he's on another level now. He's Paul Pogba, and he's one of the best midfielders in world football, when he's playing in this kind of vein. As I said, but the confidence seems to be boosted in him now, Paul Pogba, as I currently said. But the whole team, majority of the team has been rejuvenated, since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's come in. But I think, Solskjaer should get the job on a full-time basis without a shadow of a doubt as Manchester United manager, because he's proven himself. He's got that winning pedigree in terms of winning silverware as a player. He flourished under Alex Ferguson for 11 years, so he was a long-serving player for Manchester United, where was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer under Fergie. And at this day and age, even before he came into the club, he knew bits about this team, did Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because obviously managing Man United reserve team, did Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He watched some of this team go and develop. Obviously, one of them, was including Paul Pogba, and obviously he praises Paul Pogba. Solskjaer's got a lot of time for Paul Pogba as well as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But as reports do say, Manchester United are reportedly going to get around £200 million to spend in the summer. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to have a big say on that. Anyway, I still think it's uncertain who our next permanent manager is going to be, but I think now, based on Solskjaer's fantastic progression, I do think he can elevate to that higher level. He can get to that commanding position, that we do want to be in. And he's done a terrific job, since he's come in. Yeah, we've had one defeat, but, we didn't lose that momentum. We've got back to winning ways against Chelsea yesterday in the FA Cup, as I said. So Solskjaer's done good. He's progressed us to the quarter-final of the FA Cup. We've got a great chance of winning the FA Cup now. We've got a great chance of winning the FA Cup now, as I currently said. We're obviously in the top four as well, for the first time since the opening day of the season. Because when Solskjaer came in, we was 11 points behind top four, as I said. But we are aware there's still new additions needed in the team. But as as it did reveal the other week, as I do keep updating you, it did say, I updated you on one of my videos, it did say the board, it'd been revealed that the Man United board had made a decision saying that Solskjaer will be named Manchester United manager on a full-time basis at the end of the season, as it did currently say. Solskjaer is obviously aware that we do need signings in the team. As I currently said, we need a central defender, we need a defensive mid, and probably, we need someone on that right-hand side, as I do keep updating you on. But in relation, to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, as I said, obviously so far we've paid 1.8 million, 1.8 million to Mold, to get him on a temporary basis. As I clearly said, but if we had to get him full time, we would pay around £7-8 million, to get him full time. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and even as I do keep mentioning, Ryan Giggs come out in the press the other day, and he said Solskjaer should be named. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer should get the Manchester United job full time, and this was from Ryan Giggs' perspective, who obviously was a great serving player for Manchester United. He spent 24 years as a Manchester United player, won loads and loads of trophies, made over 600 odd appearances as well. Ryan Giggs, as I currently said, and even from his own perspective, he said Solskjaer, should get the job on a full-time basis as Manchester United manager. Considering the progression he's done so far. We know the club obviously still looking to recruit a director of football to come in as well. But since Solskjaer's come in, 11 out of 13 wins in all competitions, 7 away from home in all competitions. We've won 8 in the league. We've scored 30 goals in the process, as I currently said. So it just looks a total different team now. Since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's come in, he's brought that fluidity to the team. The team's motivated. You can see the intensity in the team. We're creating more chances. We're scoring more goals. His finishing's improving as well. And he has got us playing that, brand of football, that was playing under Alex Ferguson for 26, 27 years. I do believe somewhere online, if we can get some new additions into the club in the summer, because I do expect departures as well, that we can be, if we can get some new additions in the summer, I expect us to be up there, elevate to a higher level, get us in that commanding position and get us back up there competing for silverware and winning silverware on a regular basis like we did do, under Alex Ferguson for nearly 3 decades, as I said. But I've got a lot of trustworthy in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, as I said. We know there's been a lot of talks of Mauricio Pochettino still, like reportedly, if we do decide, to turn to Pochettino, Man United would pay around £34 million, to get Pochettino. And so why do that? Solskjaer's a much cheaper alternative. He's brought something magical to the club. Solskjaer's well proven in terms of silverware and all that. In relation to Pochettino, he's not proven in terms of silverware. Yeah, he's done a really good job with Tottenham. Don't get me wrong. His record at Tottenham's very good. This is his 5th season at Tottenham. When he was at Southampton, he had a really good record as well. Mauricio Pochettino, I think he got them 8th place in his short tenure at Southampton. But now he's at Tottenham and he's done really good. With Tottenham, they are still in there with a shout for the title at Tottenham. As I currently saying, Pochettino's progression's been good as Tottenham manager because he's got them second place finishes. He's got them second place finishes, third place finishes. No, in his first season with Tottenham, he finished 5th with Tottenham. He signed a 5-year deal last summer. Did Pochettino as well. Obviously progressed them to the last 16 of the Champions League last season as well. Did Pochettino. Looking likely this season's progressed them to the Champions League quarter-final because they did beat Borussia Dortmund in the first leg, by 3-0 as well. But Pochettino, as I currently said, he hasn't won out in terms of silverware, as I currently said, as Mauricio Pochettino. Obviously, he's been managing since 2009, so he's been managing about 10 years now as Mauricio Pochettino. But he has done a really good job with Tottenham. There's no doubt about it. His philosophy is right. His philosophy is good. He's good at growing and developing young players, as I said. But we know he's likely to get the job if Solskjaer doesn't get the job on a full-time basis. But I don't think he'll leave Tottenham anywhere. He's fully committed to Tottenham. He's happy with Tottenham, and I think he wants to have a long legacy at Tottenham. Does Pochettino? He's already had his third 5 years there so far. But I think he's looking, to, serve maybe another 10, at least 10, 15 years, as he explained, a long time back as well. I don't think Danny Levy will let him leave anywhere. Danny Levy's been ruthless and he wants to basically keep Pochettino at Tottenham. So anyway, it costs us around £34 million to get him in anywhere. And, obviously Solskjaer's a much cheaper alternative, as I said. But we know there's been a lot of talks going on about it. There's been a lot of talks going on about it. It's going to be a game on Sunday, as I currently said. It will probably likely that De Gea will be back in contention. Bay will be back in contention as well. In that attacking line, he'll rotate, as I said, obviously, because we've got injuries to Martial and Jesse Lingard, because Martial's progression's been very good as a Manchester United player this season. But as he did confirm, both Martial and Lingard are both very young in the generation, very influential. The progression's been very good. They've both got muscular problems. Martial groin injury, Lingard hamstring injury. So it's likely probably Mata will play. Probably Sanchez will get an opportunity as well. I think he'll get the opportunity from the start. Sanchez, obviously now that Martial's injured, as I currently said. And Solskjaer did say the only player that needs to improve in that team now is Alexis Sanchez. Without a shadow of a doubt, because Solskjaer was talking in relation to Sanchez, as I did currently say on the last couple of videos. He did say
that he's confident, Solskjaer, that Sanchez will improve his form. He needs a Manchester United goal, or he needs a couple of goals, to get him back in here, to give him confidence, to get him playing, as I currently said. Sanchez has been here over the year, don't forget. He's obviously our highest paid player. Is Alexis Sanchez, as I said. He's obviously not the player he was at Arsenal. He's lacked goals since he's come here, and we know he hasn't really been first choice since Solskjaer's come in. He's obviously suffered a few injuries as well, as like Sanchez, and he has lost that yard of pace, as Sanchez, without a shadow of a doubt. He's 30 years of age now, but obviously, as I did say, maybe in the position he plays in now, we know he's versatile, he can play in other positions as well, but maybe Solskjaer should try rotating him and putting him it's maybe centrally, or put him on the right or something like that, like Sanchez, to see how he performs, because obviously, maybe he's playing in a position now at the moment when he does play where he's not getting the freedom, he looks restricted in that position as well. So maybe try him in another position, Sanchez. But as I did say, he's nowhere near the player he was at Arsenal, Alexis Sanchez. But we know mainly that Anthony Martial anywhere was obviously, being first choice, as we all currently know. As we all currently know, we know mainly that Anthony Martial. We know that mainly Anthony Martial has been first choice over him, as I currently said. And in relation, probably Lukaku will be in contention, maybe, to start on Sunday against Liverpool as well, because as I did say in relation to Lukaku, he can chase them channels well. I know he's slow, he's very lethargic, his first touch is conservative, but still got a good pedigree in the Premier League. He's still a proven goal scorer in the Premier League. He's Romelu Lukaku. And as I did say, he hasn't really been first choice, because we know Rashford's been ahead of him, in that central position, as we all know. But as I said, due to the injuries now, Lukaku could, maybe get a bit more game time from the start. But I do think his form has been, rejuvenated, since Solskjaer's coming, when he has, had the chance to play Romelu Lukaku. But as I did say, mainly Rashford's been first choice, because obviously what Rashford can offer up front, as I do keep saying, Lukaku cannot do this. As I did update you the other day in relation, to Romelu Lukaku, there was reports going on the other day, as I did give you an update on that. He did say reportedly Man United are looking to sanction Lukaku off in the summer, so it means we're looking to sell Lukaku in the summer in order for us to have Paulo Dybala from Juventus or Inter Milan for Icardi. So there was a narrative going on about that, as I could. Said if I was to choose between Dybala and Icardi, it's hard to choose, but I would probably go with Dybala, to be quite honest with you. If we was to get one of them, we may not sell Romelu Lukaku in the summer, as I couldn't say. But it did say Man United were looking to sell him in the summer for us either to land Dybala or Icardi. I'll be a bit more specific. So it did basically say the Italian press did say Man United were in talks with Juventus and Inter Milan, reportedly over potential Romelu Lukaku swap deal. So it means Man United basically willing to offer Lukaku as part of a swap deal of us either getting Dybala from Juventus or Icardi from Inter Milan, because Inter Milan have indicated they'd love Lukaku they'd want Lukaku as a replacement for Icardi. But I think Lukaku, from his own perspective, he has basically said if he is to leave, he has indicated that he does prefer a move to Juventus, as he said. Anyway, if we do sell him in the summer, I don't think we'll recoup the £75 million, we initially paid for him. Although Dybala and Icardi are both valued at around £100 million. Of course, Dybala and Icardi now are out of favour at their clubs, so they could leave in the summer anywhere. Because in relation to Dybala, he's been out of favour this season at Juventus. He's 25, he's Argentinian, he's a proven prolific goal scorer. He's, Icardi and Dybala are the two biggest names in Italian football, without a doubt. And if one of them were to come to United in the summer, they'd be a great addition to our team. Still quite young as well, as I can say. But Dybala's been, I think, at Juventus since 2015, proven goal scorer. He's got a lot of tenacity about his play. His finishing's good, very, very good indeed, without a shadow of a doubt. But he's out of favour at Juventus. And also in relation to Icardi as well from Inter Milan. I do really, really like Icardi. I think he's 26 now. He's 26 today. Is Icardi. As we all know, he's an Inter Milan player, as we all know. Reportedly now he's out of favour at Inter Milan, because Weasley just lost the captain's armband. Reportedly Inter Milan have increasingly become frustrated now for some reason with Icardi. He's been quite a long-serving player in Inter Milan. He's been there since 2013, has he? So this is basically, his sixth season with Inter Milan. He's Inter Milan's 9th highest top goal scorer of all time. He's scored over 100 odd goals, since being an Inter Milan player. So the majority of his goals have come at Inter Milan. He's been there since 2013, as I said, and he's rated at around £100 million, because I do think he's got around 100. He's got £100 million release clause as Icardi, as I currently said. He actually graduated from Barcelona's youth system, when he's a lot younger in his prime. He began his professional career with Sampdoria, when he had an impressive season with Santander as well. But very, very good player. His finishing's good. He has that ability to attack, score goals, as he has proven. So it would be good for one of them, to come and experience English football. And, Man United reportedly will are considering trying to offer Romelu Lukaku as part of the deal of us, getting Icardi or Dybala, as I said. So we may not sell Lukaku in the summer now, because to be fair, his form has been rejuvenated since Solskjaer's coming. But obviously he's obviously lost his place in that starting 11 as Romelu Lukaku. But for now, he could get opportunities from the start. Considering that Martial and that's injured. But we'll see what happens in that scenario. As well, but mainly the trio in that attacking line, Solskjaer's been going with his Rashford up top. He's mainly been going with Martial on the left and Lingard on the right. And obviously in relation to Rashford, as I said, he can play out wide, but in relation to Rashford, I hope somewhere along the line Manchester United, can agree a new long-term contract. His current deal ends in 2020, and he's grown and developed fantastically well as a Manchester United player. Still 21, of course. I think he's nearly 22 now. He's Marcus Rashford, but great player indeed. As I said, his goals are improving. He's scoring more goals. His finishing's improving as well. So he is an efficient finisher. Is Marcus Rashford. So hopefully somewhere along the lines, Manchester United, can agree a new long-term deal. And, I've been impressed with the majority of the team since Solskjaer's come in. I think Ander Herrera has been pulling the strings off fantastically well in that midfield. And I think Herrera's playing a bigger part in the team now, if I'm going to be quite honest, he's playing really, really well. He's Ander Herrera, he's playing a bigger part in the team, becoming more of a regular in the team, as I said. And he's looking good alongside Matic and Paul Pogba, and I think he's really, really good at breaking up the play as well. And hopefully somewhere along the line, we can come to an agreement of getting him a new contract, Ander Herrera as well. So I've been very, very pleased with him. Matic, we know he's slow, I've got strong reservations about him. But I think he's, slightly improved since Solskjaer's coming. I think he's showing that determination to gallop forward more. His passes improved, his distribution's improved, and he's looking more effective, his Matic, even though I know he's very, very slow. So this is why I suggested out to you that we do need a centre defensive mid, that's fast and tenacious, as I said. But yeah, I've been impressed, with the majority of the team, as I currently said. I've been impressed with the majority of the team, as I currently said. I've been really, really pleased indeed. Lindelof's been absolutely fantastic as well as a Manchester United player. I've been really, really impressed with him. Struggled in his first season, but this season, he's really, really fitting in the team. He's Victor Lindelof, showing that determination, that he can play out from the back. His passing's looking very, very good indeed. He's Victor Lindelof. So, I've been really, really impressed with him, Victor Lindelof, and him and Bay, complement each other. They look good alongside each other as a centre-back partnership. The Victor Lindelof and Eric Bay. And I do think they look very, very good together, the Lindelof and Eric Bay. Bay's been out of the team this season, but I still think he's got great potential, as I said, and he's on another level, he's Bay. Lindelof's now on another level, so I think they're blending in well together. They're building a bond together, Lindelof and Eric Bay. And I do think, they are on another level to Chris Smalling and Phil Jones, and they could still possibly leave in the summer. And Chris Smalling, this is his 9th season here, so he's been a long-serving player as a Manchester United player. Same with Phil Jones as well. He's been here since 2011. We got him from Blackburn Rovers. Phil Jones can be good when he gets in 100 games, but he's known for injuries. So even though Jones and Smalling have signed new contracts, they could still leave in the summer. But to be fair, Smalling played very, very well yesterday. He put a good defensive performance out. Just recently recovered from injury as well, Chris Smalling. But obviously we know mainly he's probably not going to be first choice. Smalling and Jones are not going to be first choice over Lindelof and Eric Bay in that central defensive position, as I currently said. I just love smoking this cig, sorry. As I currently said. But yeah, I've been very, very impressed, with Victor Lindelof this season. His progression's been very, very good. He's flourishing in the Manchester United team. So again, been very, very impressed with him indeed. But as I did say, I do expect departures in the summer, without a shadow of a doubt. In relation to Antonio Valencia, he's definitely a player, I expect to leave Manchester United in the summer. It did say Watford and West Ham have showed an interest in Antonio Valencia, as it does currently say. He said Watford have joined the race. I heard a narrative that West Ham, were interested in before. Valencia's been here since 2009. He's grown and developed over the years, and we know how much of a central player he's been, but he's lost his place in the team. Obviously, just recently suffered another injury, so he's going to be out for a couple of weeks, as well as Antonio Valencia. And when obviously he's 33 years of age now anyway, he's past it. It's unlikely we're going to sign him a new contract, Antonio Valencia. So I think he will leave in the summer, to be quite honest with you. And in relation, he's 33 years of age and he's hardly played this season anywhere, as Antonio Valencia, of course, won everything here in English football, made over 300 appearances, and obviously we know mainly Ashley Young has obviously, been our first choice right back, as we all currently know. Ashley Young's been here since 2011, this is his 7th season now as a Manchester United player. Is Ashley Young's, as we all currently know. I think it's his 7th season as a Manchester United player, or 8th season as a Manchester United player, something like 7 or 8 years anywhere. He's been a long serving at Manchester United. We've just recently signed him a new 1-year contract extension, as I said, Ashley Young. But obviously we know he's mainly our first choice right back. When he were younger, more recent, he was mainly a right winger. But obviously now these days we operate him as a right back. Occasionally, we've rotated him and we have played him as a left back before Ashley Young, as I said. But we do need someone on the right hand side. Diego Dalot, he's 19, he's young, he's still got a lot of developing to do, as I said. But he's inexperienced, he hasn't really got that experience, Diego Dalot. So it would be ideal if we maybe get a right back in. We probably might not. Obviously, we're looking more to get a right winger in, as I currently said. But I do expect Valencia, to definitely leave the club in the summer, without a shadow of a doubt. Mario Darmian's another one, as I've already discussed with you. I do expect him, to leave Manchester United in the summer as well, because he's struggled, to get into the team, since he's been a United player. Mario Darmian. But obviously, as we all currently know, guys, as I updated you on my last video in relation to Jadon Sancho, reportedly Manchester United have reportedly Man United have made Jadon Sancho their number 1 target. We've made Jadon Sancho our number 1 target for the summer. To obviously address that right hand side. As I said, he's a winger. He's only 18 years of age. Reportedly, Jadon Sancho will only agree to join Manchester United if Man United get top 4, and obviously, and we get we secure Champions League football for next season. So obviously, he's a player that wants to be playing in Champions League football. Jadon Sancho, as reports do mention that reportedly, I think Borussia Dortmund do want around £100 million for him as well. Reportedly as well, it did only say the other day that Borussia Dortmund, wanted around £70 million, for Jadon Sancho. He signed his first senior contract with Dortmund in 2017, and since he's broken into the Borussia Dortmund reserve team, first team, should I say, sorry, he's grown and developed fantastically well. He's one of the best young players in world football at this moment, because, he's got that ability to attack, score goals and provide, and as I said, he's very, very young in his generation, is Jadon Sancho, but we know he won't come cheap, as I said. Obviously, he's had experience of playing in English football before as well, because I did say, he had a couple of years with Manchester City. He never broke into the first team with Manchester City. This is probably the majority of the reason why he left Manchester City, but he did have a couple of years in their academy. He obviously began his youth career with Watford as well, did Jadon Sancho. But since he's been at Dortmund, he's been at Dortmund a couple of years now, proving himself well in Germany. He's got a good pedigree in Germany, of his based on his fantastic performances. Only 18 years of age. Borussia Dortmund only paid £7-8 million for him, for Man City. So financially, in the summer, if Borussia Dortmund want to sell him, financially, they'll make a huge profit on the player. Based on his performances, he won Bundesliga Player of the Month as well. He has got a contract with Dortmund, I forgot to mention, until 2022 as well. City do have a buyback option on the player. So as it does mention, they've inserted a buyback clause in his current contract. So as it does mention, if any team or United can come to an agreement for him in the summer, City will receive around 15% of the transfer fee, as it does explain. So reportedly, we've identified him, to a full that right wing position, because we're looking for a winger as well. But Jadon Sancho is very, very good, very, very young. Made his England senior debut, first team England senior debut last year as well. So he is a very, very good player indeed. Is this Jadon Sancho? So we've been very, very interested in him as well. And there's been other names that have been mentioned in the media as well, as I've been keeping you up to date on. As I currently said, that there's talks about Koulibaly, as I currently said. There's talks about Koulibaly. Reportedly, Manchester United are willing to pay the £90 million, that Napoli want in the summer. But as I did say, there's been a change of scenery, because from Koulibaly's perspective, he did say he's happy that he's attracting interest. He's happy with the transfer interest, but he did say he's fully committed to Napoli, and he's happy with Napoli, reportedly. He's still got a contract with Napoli till 2023. He definitely addressed our defensive deficiencies, and he definitely looked very, very good if you put him alongside Lindelof and Eric Bailly, because he's an experienced centre-back with a good pedigree. Koulibaly, he's grown and developed fantastically well. He's 27. He's over 6 foot as well, and he's done very, very well under Ancelotti. He did very, very well, when he was playing under Maurizio Sarri as well. did Koulibaly as well, and he's been at Napoli a number of years now, as we all currently know. And obviously in the process, Man United had 3 bids turned down last summer, as we all currently know. Well, no, sorry, back in January, should I say, we had 3 bids turned down for him. You know, the recent bid was a £95 million, as we're all aware of, but Napoli were standing firm and they were not willing to let him go in the January transfer window. We've identified him as our number 1 main transfer target, you know, for him, you know, to address address our defensive area. United are likely to revive their interest in Koulibaly in the summer. But I've mentioned other names to you as well. But as I did say, you know, this is, you know, I think Solskjaer's going to wreck Liverpool on Sunday, to be quite honest with you, because Solskjaer's, he always sets a game plan out. He knows what he's doing. He's got that motivation in the team. He's put the confidence into the team. You know, he's got that winning mentality as well as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And this is Solskjaer versus Jurgen Klopp. And Solskjaer's on another level, you know, in terms to Jurgen Klopp, in terms of the likes of, you know, the silverware and all that. Solskjaer's won silverware. You know, Klopp won a couple of titles at Dortmund, but he hasn't won out, you know, since he's been at Liverpool. So in terms of silverware, I think Solskjaer's got more of that winning project, as I currently said. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting game on Sunday. Liverpool do play tonight as well against Bayern Munich. Obviously, they're going for the league this season, Liverpool, as we all currently know. That's their objective this season. They could still win the Champions League without a shadow of a doubt. You know, they have got the team to do it. But I don't think Liverpool will win it from my own perspective, because there's too many strong outfits in the Champions League. But yeah, it'll be a very, very good game on Sunday, as I said. But we've got a really, really good record against Liverpool, as I currently said. Really, really good record against them, especially at home. We've won seven of our last 9 league home games against Liverpool. As I said, you know, we've won our last 7 of our last 9 league home games against Liverpool. Liverpool haven't done the league double over us, you know, since the 2013-2014 season. And last time they beat us at Old Trafford in the league was back in 2014. And obviously, you know, this was under the David Moyes era, as I currently said. But it's always a big game, United, Liverpool, 2 most successful clubs in English football historically. Both teams have got good players, as I said. So yeah, I do think United can do it on Sunday. You know, the way that Solskjaer has got, you know, this team playing without a shadow of a doubt. But it'll be interesting to see, as I currently said. But yeah, a lot of confidence now in the team, as I said. Solskjaer should be getting the job on a full-time basis. As I did say, I don't want Mauricio Pochettino. Do you know why I don't want him? Because he hasn't won out in terms of silver, and he isn't proven him in that aspect. So comparing Solskjaer and Pochettino, Solskjaer's, you know, more proven in terms of winning the silverware and all that, as I said. Pochettino hasn't won out in terms of silverware, so he hasn't got a good pedigree in that scenario. And obviously, Solskjaer's a cheaper option to get than Mauricio Pochettino. So we'll just basically see what happens anyway. We'll see what happens. So anyway, drop your comments, likes below on the channel, guys. If you do, consider subscribe to my channel as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon, guys. Thank you for